Salakia. We got cut off there, no sweat. We're going to continue back where we left off. I was reading some information from the Yale website, right? We were talking about the pronunciation of the Hebrew and the vowels, right? So this is the vocalization section on Yale's website. It says the Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet is the descendant of it by a circular. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used. By the time of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants, the Ya, the Wa, and the Ha, were used to indicate certain vowels. These letters, called matrix like Chionis, or vowel letters, continue to be used as consonants as well, right? So basically what it's telling you is about, we're going to show you, is that they started to use the letters to make vowels. They started to inject vowels where there were not vowels before, to put in O's and E's. We just read on the Yale website that originally there was only consonants. You understand? So they started to try to put that stuff in there, and they used the letters before they put what I call Naku, before they put those little dots, they just would put an extra Y.
Their spirit wouldn't allow them to speak the English.
Right. Yeah, they couldn't deal with our language. But that's why I'm glad we're gonna go to the scripture in a second. But the first one I gotta use to demonstrate this is, of course, none other than
Shalom.
Somebody tell me what this is.
Shalom.
Sure?
Shalom. 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 Sha, la, wa, Shalom. Shalom.
Go ahead and say it, bro.
Shalom. Shalom.
Does that say shalom?
I.S.U.P.K. He said,
No.
That's a strong truth right there. Most are encouraged, brother. Get that brother in. Because the spirit would not let him say what it looks like it said. You know what I'm saying? So lock him. Just became a real fast.
Oh, that's what they try to say.
So I can see this. Yeah. Right. I don't know if y'all can see it. But right here, this is the one they started. Some brothers in here, you know what I mean? Or my sisters, there's a brother in your inbox right now. In your DMs, Shalom, sis. Shalom, Akuti, Akwati, right? Shalom. This is what they saying. You understand? Some brothers want to battle you on Facebook saying, hey, Shalom. You know what I mean? I had a question about this is exactly. No, it's the end of the word.
Oh, my bad.
No, you 12.
I'm being presumptuous. That's not good. Okay.
So that's the end of the word. It's the last one.
It's like
That's it. So, but yeah, this is an example of that. I'm going to read it again. Where it says, Salakia, the text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used. By the time of the Israelite kingdom, some consonants were used to indicate certain vowels, right? So here's the funny part. They use this to say, which is obviously garbage, right? But the real reason why the Y was put there in the first place, in the word where it originally was not, or the original spelling of it, was in fact It's shalom. Right? Shalom.
I was wondering why they do that. That's what threw me off there. Like, wow.
But the reason why they put the Y is not so you can so you can think that you know the Lashawan Qadash when you don't, and take it and say Shalom. That's not why it's there.
Right.
That Y was so they could turn it to this.
Oh.
They put the Y there, and even says it in this article right here. It says the Ha for an I, the Ya for an I or an EI, and then the Y for an U or an O sound. It literally, if you can see it, Salakia, it's kind of small Salakia, but it shows it right here for the O sound. That's why they put that in there. So it turns the I into a O. So instead of saying shalom, you say shalom. That's what they were trying to do. This is a fake Israelites ridiculous, not knowing Hebrew way of trying to turn what they made this into Lashawan Qadash. But that's not how it works. I'm going to give you another example right now. So that way we can see what's going on. So, Salaki, brother, if you can, about the shot, erase this, please.
This piece here?
This advice, if you can. The wild, brother. I know I got you doing a lot of erasing and all that.
I want to learn this shit.
Look at you, brother. This ain't Sunday school.
Okay.
Bear with us. Repeat. Sweet. He just dry a little bit, bro.
You want this?
Leave that. That's
You
all.
got-
I'm glad.
Okay.
That's not first.
It's dry now.
No. I'm saying no. This is 12. It's not crazy sweet. All right. So, brother, if you can, Baba Kushab, give me. Where's it at? Where's the one? I'll take this one. One second. Give me Joshua chapter 1 and 1.
One and one.
Go.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 1. Now, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying,
John, let's take that 12. Now, what is Joshua's name in Hebrew?
Yahshua.
You getting close.
Yeah.
How about I write it out?
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So like, first I'll write it in the ancient, and then I'll write it in Syrian. Right?
Wow. Shah.
Wahayasha. Ha. Wa.
Come on, brother.
Waha. Yes. Shah. Shah. Yahusha. Yahweh. No. Salaki. Salaki. Yahweh. Shah.
Khan.
Yahusha.
Joshua's name is Yahusha. Right. Here's the problem, though. If you were to look up how to spell his name, like say on the blue letter, right? So now check this out. So if you go to this verse in the blue letter Bible, right? And when it breaks down all the words and everything, you'll see unto Joshua, his name is Strong's entry H3091, right? And it says, obviously they have some garbage up here, Yehoshua. And if you look at how it's spelled, they have it spelled with a Yah, a Ha, a Wa, a Sha, a Wa, and a I. So it'd be like Yahweh Shawai, right? But guess what? That's not how it spells in the scriptures. If you actually go to, in the same thing, and you go to the breakdown of the Masoretic text, and you look up, and you read it through, you'll see that it says in Joshua 1:1, Wayahaya, Abaria, Mawath, Mashah, which is Moses, Ibad, Yahweh, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Yahweh Shai, Ban, Noan, Masharath, Mashah, La Amar. Literally, when you read it within the text, it says, because it's saying, now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua. So, Al, that's right there. Yah, Ha, Wa, Sha, I. As you can see right there, brother. See it? Yah, Ha, Wa, Sha, I. Yahawashah. Right? But what does it mean? What does Yahawashah mean? It means deliverer. It means deliverer or savior. Understand? Now that's what I'm saying. You want to know why you got people, I hate to even write this crap on the board, but again, I want people to see what's right and what's wrong. So this is the Hawashai, right? This is correct. But you got people saying, Yeshua and yeah, give me some more. Give me some more. Yahshua and all this garbage. It's not real. I can't even think of no more than that. But the reason why they say these things is the same reason why people are saying Shalom and Shalom, because they decided to take other consonants and use them to force other vowel sounds. So that's why you look up Yahawashai, right? And they got it right here as Yehoshua. Yehoshua. That's how this. Again, it's not me saying this. This is how they got it right here. Yehoshua. You know what I mean? With a whole spelling that's not even written there. It says Yahusha. You understand? So I'm gonna read one more article. I'm saying piece of evidence. So Salakia. This is from a book. Gotta find the name of this book. It's called, the name of the book is The Dictionary That Reveals the Hebrew Source of English by Isaac Moseson, right? And on this page it says, vowels are certainly interchangeable and ought to be largely ignored when comparing words from different languages. In effect, biblical Hebrew has no vowels. The vowel letters in English, A, E, I, O, and U, are chaotic contrivances that help to make English a nightmare to spell. This is their words. They understand that English, they tried to almost, not anglicize because that didn't exist yet. They tried to take our language, our simple, you know what I'm saying, perfect, no problem. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Shalom, literally. Shalom. They tried to take that and flip it and add new letters and you know what I'm saying? Because now it doesn't even match. Shalom, that's Shah, that's 3 letters, but it's 4 letters. I'm saying, and this Shalom is crazy because it's already Shalom. Why would you need an extra? What is it? A different version? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? In fact, let me see something. Salaki, bear with me yet again. One second. So if you look here again, right, you'll see that they have it written Shah, and it's like spelled SHALOWM. It's like almost like these 2 words mixed together. And the fake Israelite thinks that they're saying it right. You know what I'm saying? Good night.
They made a new discovery.
I guess. But then it tells you right here, in the same thing, it tells you there's already a word for peace. It's already there. Shalom. Right there. 3 letters. It even has it written, you know what I'm saying? Shalom. And it says that word comes from this word. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they mess with the language. It's not shalom, shalom, it's shalom.
So,
And it's yeah.
if I may, so in other words, they're disturbing the peace.
They are definitely disturbing the peace because this is just a mess. This is a mess, right? This is trash. This is trash. This is correct. Shalom, right? Same thing over here. It's Yahusha. You know what I'm saying? It's not Yeshua, Yeshiva, Yahusha, none of that garbage. It's Yahusha. Very simple. Even the Yale book said you only had consonants. You understand? And the other one said that the extra, all the different vowels just make it confusing. You know what I'm saying? The vowels are just connectors. You don't even have to think about it. We're just trying to get these consonants to go together. It's so smooth. Yahusha. It's simple. You understand? Hakanaka. Wonderful. Banyama. Loya. Shemaima. Yahweh. Perfect. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay? So, Lakia, we're going to one more thing. And like I said before, we understand that we read it again in that article. You see that where it says in the Yale article, right? Where it says the Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous route. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use to reflect several periods of development. So, like I said before, those first two letters in ancient Hebrew, the A and the Ba, in Greek, where does the word alphabet come from? That word, what does it mean?
I see the I, the God. I mean the Ba alphabet.
No sweat, no sweat. Okay, so Salakia. So the reason why in English we say alphabet, the most direct line comes from Greek. Who's ever heard of an alpha? Right? Alpha, omega, right? Those are Greek letters. Alpha and beta are the first two letters in the Greek alphabet. And so that's why it became alphabet, because it comes from the Greek alpha and beta. So alphabet. But where did the Greek alpha and beta come from?
If I may.
Yeah,
From the Hebrew.
came
The
from
A
the
and the Ba.
The A and the Ba. Because the Hebrew word, I'm not gonna write it out because I'm not exactly sure the exact spelling of the words. But the first two, those two words, again, we talk about pictographs. The A coincides with, I believe the word is alaf, something like that. The word for, well, it can't be alep, remember?
Oh, you mean in the ancient?
In the ancient, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe it's alap, right? Which is the word for what? Is it a bull or is it oxen? What is it?
One.
Let me check real fast. No sweat. It's one of the two. And then of course the beta also, that I'm not sure of that word, but the fact of the matter is the A and the Ba, you know what I'm saying? You can actually look this up. You can look this up on Wikipedia. Again, we're not suggesting that you go use Wikipedia, but this is common knowledge, right? It's called the ancient Hebrew. They call it, what they'll say is Phoenician. You know what I'm saying? So if you go and look up alphabet, it says the first fully phonemic script, the Proto-Canaanite script, later known as the Phoenician alphabet, is considered to be the first alphabet and is the ancestor of most alphabets, including Arabic, Greek, Latin, Cyrillic, Hebrew, to be modern Hebrew, and possibly Brahmic, right? Now we know that English comes from Latin, Greek, a little bit of Arabic. Like English has a lot of ancestors, right? German again. But this aspect, even the word alphabet, comes from ancient Hebrew. So if you click on Phoenician alphabet, right, also called the Paleo-Hebrew alphabet, look what you see. You understand?
22 letters.
Mm-hmm. The same hour, 22 letters. Now, not all these symbols are correct. You know what I'm saying? So don't go off of that. But you get the point. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. You get the point. They understand and they know that ancient Hebrew is the precursor to all these languages, all these written languages. You understand? Okay, so with that, we're gonna just do a couple names. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just to go over. Is there any questions, by the way?
I just want.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
It's a little off topic. Like yeshiva.
Mm-hmm.
they use that for like their schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like if their schools are called yeshiva. Why is that? Do you understand why?
I have absolutely no idea. I'll do some research on it.
Because that, like,
Yeah.
that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does. Again, like I said, I grew up in a neighborhood. It was nothing but them peoples. And they language is so what they speak is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It just sounds
even
like
resemble.
not even Hebrew. Our Hebrew, of course, like black people talk, sounds amazing. You know what I'm saying? Alahayim. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds good when we speak it. You know what I mean? Up and down, Shabbat Shemayim. Even with the Shalom, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds good. When they speak it, it just sounds like spit and saliva and hell. It's disgusting. And yeah, got nothing to do with the Most High, got nothing to do with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They're not the true Jews according to the Bible. They are imposters. Okay? That's why. I'll just dry that part real fast.
Okay, it's dry.
Actually, bro, I'm going to have you hit this last part. Okay, Shah. I'm going to have you write something in the Hebrew, and I want to see if you can figure out whose name it is in the translation in English. So first one, give me a ma, a ah. It's not like a la. It's a lot cute. A la. Ah. A ka. No. Salak, no. He's wrote two letters. Why you do that?
Almost. You get that one.
Yeah, a ka, not a cha, a ka. Right? And a ya. That Y be confusing you, I know, because it looks like a Y.
Yeah. Let me try that off real quick.
Can I get, also, can I get it in Syrian as well?
Give me a second. Oh, how could I forget that one?
See? You fix that I just a little bit, just a little. Count. Both sound correct. Now, the connectors, the pronunciation is mala'akia. The pronunciation is mala'akia. So you gotta put the connector.
Ma, la, ah, ma, la, ah, ma, la, ah, kim.
No. Wait, what? Mala'akia.
Malaakia.
That last one is not correct.
You said it was a ya, right?
Count. So why is it upside down? How you gonna have two letters,
Connected.
three letters connected?
Right. Okay. Malaakia.
I need one more connector.
You need one more connection?
Connector.
You need
Also, I incorrect. That's it.
Malaakia.
Mala'akia.
Malaakia.
All right.
Malaakia.
So, whose name in the scriptures? What is the English translation of the Hebrew name Mala'akia?
If I may.
Good.
Malachi.
Most high in Christ. Good. handwrite it.
Oh, man.
Malachi. Who knows what Malachi means? Or Malachi. No, I'm not expect you to know. I'll tell you. Well, first things first. Well, Malachi means my messenger. It means my messenger. The word for messenger is mala'ak. Mala'ak. The Yah is the pronoun that turns it into my messenger. Mala'akia. Okay? Hold on to this one. Let me do 2 or 3 more. Oh, okay, 2 more. Mala'akia. Next, we have Slakia. This one.
Malachi.
I think this is the one. Let's see. All right, I got it. All right, brother, you ready?
Yes. Come.
Heck, I just had it. Where'd you go?
Akia.
Yeah, it's not Akia.
It's a Malakia.
Yeah, Akia. It's a Malakia. Okay, I got it.
So if you have a problem in the Assyrian, you could just write it out in the ancient and then sound it out, right?
Kind.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
But the ancient would be easier because of the connection.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, I got it. I thought I was going to be able to use this one, but I can't. I think we've used this one before, but still. All right, give me a shot. Do the ancient first, since you already did that
Yeah.
first time. That's not ancient.
Oh, do the ancient first.
Do the ancient first.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ma. Wa. That's that. Yep. Perfect. A. La. Give me the Assyrian. Okay. And the pronunciation is going to be Shema Wa'ala.
Shema Wa. Shema Wa Allah.
Most High in Christ. So whose name is Shemawa'ala?
Simeon. Shema.
Simeon is right already.
Oh shit. Shema. Samuel.
Most High in Christ. Shemawa'ala. You know what I'm saying? It means Salakia, heard of the Most High. Shemawa'ala. Right? Okay, so we're gonna do one more. We're gonna be done.
Let me tell you right now, man, I love this.
Come. Most High in Christ, man. We here every week. You know. No. Salakia. All right. Yeshua, La, Ma, and Ha. I'll give you the Syrian. All right. Shalom.
Ma.
Whose name is Shalom?
Shalom. Ma. Samson? No.
Get two more tribes. You up?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna give you one more. It's very personal. His name actually means peace. Notice the word, you never thought about that. I know I didn't. Because guess what? The way it's written in English, you wouldn't know. But shalom is in his name.
Solomon?
Most High in Christ. Shalom. Solomon. Right? He's peaceful. Peace. Shalom. You know what I mean? Like it's shalom is in it. And guess what is not in it? Allah.
Right.
It's not shalom. Shalom, no.
Yeah.
Shalom. You know what I'm saying? So that's Solomon's name. Okay? Most High in Christ. So yeah, today's class was, just going over just some misconceptions and understanding how the language is written, how the language is understood in terms of the devices, the grammatical devices used, and also just kind of getting into some of the misconceptions and some of the falsehoods that have been tried to use to mess with our language and things like that. what I'm saying? So we kind of did a few different things today. But next week, we're going to get into some verbs so we can actually start conjugating them and show you how we end up with words or how we formulate them. You know what I'm saying? How we say, oh, this person does this. He did that. She went. We're going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Real cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? With that, pass the class over to Priest Officer Mahayo.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K, starting on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yano. New rule for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, of course, is the, you know what I'm saying, Hanukkah. That'll be on the 20th. I believe that falls down to a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. As far as the location, it is going to be here as far as I know. You know what I mean? Anything changes, we'll keep y'all posted, let y'all know what's going on. Surround our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, to stay posted tune into the social media, all these platforms, man, you understand? Support these brothers and sisters who take part in, you know what I'm saying, creating these glorious garments, man, and these fragrances, you know what I'm saying, and all these, you know what I'm saying, it's the support this truth, support your brothers. That's right. You know what I mean? If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, man, start wearing all black shirt. Start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I'm mighty.